Imagine getting shot by accident and then facing years in prison because of probation violations. Today, we're diving into a jaw-dropping courtroom moment that leaves even the judge stunned.
Okay, you had been shot in this event?
I did myself on accident.
Judge.
It says several gunshot wounds to your left leg.
Yeah,
You shot yourself more than once?
it went through my knee and it hit me in the foot. That's
Okay.
I think it was just one.
It says lying on the ground with several gunshot wounds to his left leg.
yeah.
You know, but it's always a good idea to go to get some training on firearms use before you go out and shoot yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so he's got unlawfully carrying a weapon at a prohibited place in 23. That was this then, right? Yeah. Okay. That's looks like the only criminal history.
That's right.
Okay. Here. Thank you. All right. Does the we call 22-39919 Ezekiel Emmanuel Johnson. There is a first amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. Mr. Johnson is here with Ms. Minaldi, her attorney, and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this first amended motion to revoke probation? Can we proceed in sign?
Yes, Judge.
And sir, please raise your right hand, Ezekiel. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make during this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand. In summary, this states that on April 6th, 2023, you, in this court, you were placed on 5 years deferred or unadjudicated probation for the third-degree felony of unlawfully carrying a weapon in a prohibited place. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
You know, it's a place that sold more than 50% of its supply of goods and alcohol-related items. First amended. Can we do number 7, bail jumping?
Sure, Judge.
Okay. Allegation 7 states you committed the offense of bail jumping on or about March 5th, 2024 in Jefferson County, Texas. In Nacogdoches County, Texas, which is in violation of condition 1 of your deferred or unadjudicated probation order. Is that true or untrue?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then finally, number 8 states you failed to report to the Jefferson County Probation Office for the months of December 23, January, February, March, April 24, etc. Was he an absconder for
Yes.
how long?
2 years.
Hello. Where you been?
I was homeless and didn't have a job at the time.
My report of the probation department was June 8th, 2023.
You have to report. If you can't do anything else, you got to report, or you are not on really supervision. You're on your own supervision, which is not the way it works. You have to report. That's really the easiest thing to do, but that's what gets you in trouble, because that's really the most important thing. It's all about supervision. All right. Are you pleading true to allegation 8, failing to report to the probation office as this states in violation of condition 4 of your deferred or adjudicated probation order? Is that true and correct?
Yes, sir.
So are you pleading true and correct to allegations 7 and 8 voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently, and because those allegations are true in this first amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation filed on July 25th of 2024?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that one or more violations of probation proven by a preponderance of the evidence or greater is enough to grant a motion to revoke probation like this one your probation can be revoked. You can now be found guilty and sentenced to no less than 2 no more than 10 years confinement in prison.
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you insist on pleading true today?
Yes, sir.
I find you were pleading true voluntarily to allegations 7 and 8 of this first amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are we doing on it?
2 years TDC.
Do we have an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't have a pen. An agreement's been reached here where your probation would be revoked. You would be found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this underlying offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon in a prohibited place, a third-degree felony, sentenced to 2 years in prison. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
And then we've got all these numbers here, plea of true to number 2, which is not what we did.
No, we can change that to 7. Judge.
It takes 5 seconds after you put something on it for it to show up on the pen. We're getting these changed soon, they say.
The new ones are here, Judge. They just have to program them. So maybe it'll be under the Christmas tree. And this is why.
Heard that. I've heard that since I was a young kid. I've learned there's some tomfoolery going on. Okay, so allegations 7 and 8 of the MTR motion to revoke probation first amended. You had pleaded true. To allegations 7 and 8 voluntarily, knowingly, intelligently. I find that supports the first amended motion to revoke unadjudicated probation in this case, to grant it by a preponderance of the evidence or greater, and your deferred or unadjudicated probation is hereby revoked for this third degree felony. Earlier in this case, you had pleaded guilty to this indictment voluntarily. You were mentally competent to do so. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading guilty. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of that underlying the crime of unlawfully carrying a weapon on a prohibited place, a third-degree felony. I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 2 years. I'm showing you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign all of that? Understand it? Discuss it with your attorney? Is everything true and correct? State's Exhibit 1 is tendered into evidence without objection. Among other things, this states that you are waiving all rights of appeal. If I follow this agreement, I've done that, and you have no right of appeal. You will be given credit for all time you have served in accordance with this case. Do you understand what's happened today, sir?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No,
That is all. Thank you on this.
This is the real story of how one mistake turned into years behind bars. Don't miss more shocking courtroom cases like this. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're the first to see them.